We're Tom and Tracy on Sailing Bucket List, and this is episode 45, Sailing in the North Channel, Part 3. Having reached Little Current in Part 2, we now explore Little Current and Roy Eaton's studio, and then proceed to Heywood and then Covered Portage.
Tom, where are we leaving?
We're leaving Rouse.
Anything tricky about getting out of Rouse?
Not at all. As long as you don't hit any rocks or go around, everything's seriously. Yeah, there's a little bit of curvature on the route. Rouse is an island about 4 miles west of Little Current, one of our favorite stops. As you can see on the map, the course leaving Rouse Anchorage for Little Current is just a little tricky. You have to be careful.
Little landmine here of rocks and shallow water getting out. My guess is Tom's done this about 20 times, at least 10. I'll speed it up, that means he's through the tricky area.
We're in Little Current, Ontario on the 26th of August, Saturday. The wind came up this morning, but we're safely at the dock. And
See the white caps just outside the marina?
Yeah.
When we woke up this morning, we heard no wind. 15 minutes later, whoosh, here comes the wind.
So anyway, we're going up to the anchor end and hopefully help Roy with this broadcast. Roy Eaton is the founder and the voice of the Cruiser's Net in the North Channel. He broadcasts in the basement of the Anchor Inn in downtown Little Current. He broadcasts every day, July and August, and he does it on VHF and Zoom. Every morning at 9 a.m. in July and August on Channel 71, cruisers all over the North Channel look forward to the broadcast. And here are a series of photographs of a rare but beautiful blue moon over the swing bridge at Little Current, Ontario.
This is the marker that indicates the direction of the current in Little Current, Ontario. It's a somewhat triangular buoy. The point in this case is to the right and the flat side is to the left, which means the current is coming from the right, going to the left. It's called Little Current, but we understand that the current can be 2 knots, the current can be 6 knots going through here. And here's the bridge at Little Current. We're waiting. I think we have about 30 minutes now to wait. It's turning.
Is it? Once again, this map shows the route from Little Current to Heywood Island Anchorage. Okay, we're just entering Heywood Island. We're on the east side now of Little Current. It's gorgeous anchorage. We were the second boat in here. Let me go out here on the deck. We were the second boat here. That's not that gorgeous catamaran came in. The boat there was the first. And now there's one boat over here. A couple of us have already left, I guess. If you recall, one of our earlier episodes was about the Heywood bear. A few years ago, there was a bear that was on this island that would come on board boats, and he was gotten rid of. But anyway, just beautiful. Today, we may stay here all day. We might just leave around noon. It's the beautiful thing about the North Channel. There's no schedule, except for the weather. Beautiful catamaran. They're pulled up anchor. It's an Aurora 51. We now leave Heywood Island and head toward Covered Portage up the Landsdown Channel. Okay, back there is Heywood Island that we left. And we are heading toward the Landsdown Channel, which takes us up to Covered Portage and Killarney. And it's been gorgeous.
The wind is 5.1 and we're moving at 2.1.
Jib only. It's amazing.
What do you think, Tom?
Oh.
Is this the life?
It's about as good as it gets.
There's a little green mark that tells us to stay a little bit away from Heywood Island. Ahead of us is another sailboat that came out of Heywood, heading to the left up Landsdown Channel. Thunderstorms for tomorrow, rain tonight. Covered Portage will be a great place to ride it out. This is just the scene we want to remember all winter, Tom.
We do. Monday the 28th. So we're just entering Landsdown Channel, which again takes us up to Covered Portage. And right ahead of us is our friend the catamaran that was at anchor last night, and his name is Beyond.
What?
Beyond. So we might see him in Covered Portage tonight.
Indian Chief Head at Covered Portage, Ontario.
Once at anchor, we ate rather well. That night we did have some weather, rain, and a lot of wind. This is a photograph showing how throughout last night the anchor line would stretch, but the anchor did not drag. After a really rough night last night, we're getting in the dinghy and we're going to head down toward the end of Covered Portage and hopefully climb up to the bluffs.
Leaving our faithful cottage at the lake. After a very, very windy night. There's the bluff that looks like an Indian head. Can't quite see it very well in this light. founder in the inner harbor of Covered Portage Cove. Saw quite a few boats in here. We saw 2 leave this morning. There is a hike that we're going to attempt to do. I say attempt because it rained yesterday and it might be a little muddy. I don't know yet. The hike takes us up to the top of that bluff. If our boat was anchored right where we are now, we could get a beautiful shot of it. We came in here last night and the water was 8 feet and Tom says, "I don't like it. I'm turning around." We went out. A view of that bluff. We hope to get to the top of. Been up there a couple times before. It can be really buggy up there in the evening. Beautiful boats in here. Probably should have brought more line.
What's that?
We probably should have brought more line.
Probably. Okay, Tracy, where are we at right now?
We're at the end of Covered Portage Cove.
And we're going up a trail here. I'm taking it very gingerly because my silly leg.
It's not muddy.
No, it's not. Boy, last night the wind was blowing like the dickens. So we've come about a third of the way up this hill. There's a blaze on that tree down there. There's a blaze on this tree right here. And now we continue on up.
Remember our friend Sue was good at spotting blazes.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't leave one blaze till she saw the next one.
So now we're a little, huh?
Where's the blaze?
Here, I'll show you. Right on this bush right here, and there's another one further up to the left. But anyway, we are fairly high up now, and the water is probably right over that bluff. We're now on our way down back to the water and spotted our first blaze. Straight ahead about 25 yards. But the main thing is we are descending. So we're almost down to the water. And hopefully this is leading us to our dinghy. I do not. It may be on the other side of these rocks. Okay. And voila. There's our trusty dinghy waiting for us to return. It would. And you'd have a longer wait waiting for me to do it. Returning to our dinghy marks the end of episode 45, our journey in the North Channel, part 3.
Be sure to hit like and subscribe and leave us a comment. We love comments. We'll see you next time.